Here's a quick video of 5 tips for sleeping better. All right. Tip number 1: lower your radiator. Your sleep will improve once the room temperature is a bit colder than usual, than you're used to. So it should be actually room temperature. The definition, your room should be the definition of room temperature as you sleep, because the body lowers the temperature in the body, all right, when you sleep. So this is what actually happens when scientists have studied people in Africa and hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa and in South America. They sleep actually very similarly, all right? They sleep around 9. They sleep for 7 hours, all right? So you don't have to worry that you're only sleeping 7 hours, but you should sleep at least 7 hours, not 6, 7 hours, and perhaps 8, but depends on age a bit and stuff like that. But although those tribes as well, even the young people, they slept basically the same way. So it's a bit of a myth that you have to, when you're young, in your adolescence, you sleep for longer. But that's not true. All right, so tip number 2 is you might want to sleep on a harder bed. Some people don't sleep well on these soft mattresses, and I'm one of those. I like to sleep a bit harder. All right, so perhaps even a Japanese mattress can work for you. I've seen that some people have tried to sleep on the floor, or do sleep on the floor, so with perhaps some sheets or something. But so try that if you can't sleep well. All right, tip number 3, and this is kind of the most important. Perhaps this should have been 1. Tip number 3 is you gotta do this consistently. All right, so you gotta sleep at 9 and wake up at, let's say, 5 or something. Well, perhaps that's too early. Let's say you want to sleep at 10. Let's say you want to sleep at 10 and wake up at 6 in the morning, all right? Or 11 and wake up at 6 or 7 or something, all right? So you got to do that consistently before you even understand what your sleeping pattern is. So it might be at 9, your best sleep might be at 9, it might be at 8, 9, or 10. I doubt 11, but perhaps even 11. But so you try out all these hours, and whatever works best for you, you try for, let's say, a week. You try out one of them for, let's say, a week, and then if it doesn't work, you change things. But you got to remember that your diet also affects your sleeping pattern. All right, so tip number 4 would be, let's head into diet then. So tip number 4, by the way, I haven't eaten anything, so I'm getting hungry. I fast during the day. 4th would be focusing on diet, all right? You need to eat better to sleep better, okay? You need to cut out a lot of carbs if those are problems to you. This will also relieve headaches and stuff like that. As soon as I began to eat a lot of potatoes and rice again, deviating from my normal diet, which is ancestral, where I eat, I only eat basically meat, eggs, fish, liver, and some nuts sometimes, and fruit, and perhaps some carrots or some other, true root. All right, that's a true root. A potato is not a true root. Anyway, so you got to change your diet. So that's tip number 4. All right, so tip number 5, meditation. All right, I know this is common now, but it is true. You need some sort of relaxation method. It doesn't have to be meditation, can be yoga and stuff. But before you sleep, which is your natural time to get relaxed and tired anyway, so you can, it's a perfect time to use a relaxation method. So I use meditation, I use Vipassana, mostly I use Vipassana or Dzogchen. Those are Buddhist meditation techniques that you can use. There are guided meditations on YouTube you can use, and so forth. Perhaps I'll make some my own one day, but I have some ideas. There are some imagery meditations as well I want to do. I love those, but those are different. Those are not for relaxation really, but so breathing techniques and stuff like that, those are perfect before you sleep. You will sleep better. I actually began to remember my dreams much better as well. That might happen in the beginning, by the way. So if you meditate, you might remember your vivid dreams, and it's pretty cool. To quote Larry David there. pretty cool. All right, so gotta love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I haven't watched anything in a long time, but I used to love those. All right, so if you have any problems with this, you can connect with me for consultations. The email is in every video description. It's down below. It's also in the About page, in the email, in the link, and as a link, and in the text. All right, and you can read about who I am, what I am about in the About page as well, my mission and so forth, the whole purpose of everything I'm doing. All right, and keep on sleeping better. Try not to think too much about sleep. Try not to think too much about perfecting sleep. Instead, focus more on diet, and don't get too stuck up on sleep. All right, because your diet and exercise, meditation, and your social life and so forth, everything you do, all this affects your sleep. So, and there are other stuff as well. You gotta turn off lights and stuff like that. I'll make another sleeping video explaining other stuff. So keep on sleeping well, dream well, love your dreams, whatever it is. Don't take it too seriously. Perhaps write them down. If they're interesting, write them down. I gotta make a video about that stuff. All right, so see you tomorrow.